Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Cloudinary client series। तो इसमें लास्ट टाइम हमने टेस्ट किया था Cloudinary अकाउंट को कि कैसे हम कॉन्फ़िगर कर सकते हैं इट्स की सीक्रेट एंड क्लाउड नेम, और एक एज अ टेस्ट हमने एक फाइल अपलोड करके चेक की थी which was successful। So today we are going to start proper development of Cloudinary client, right? So basically first of all in this infrastructure layer we need to add some functionality जो कि हम further on हम अपने Windows Form और WPF applications में use करेंगे, right? So for the best practices point of view, we should create an interface and then implement that interface in this service, right? So for that reason I am going to add a folder here inside this project. Let's call it interfaces, and here let's add an interface. Let's name it Cloudinary service, right? And it should be public one, and let's add couple of let's define couple of methods here. Let me just copy paste the name from here to the interface. Let us open that interface and the implementation side by side to see the actual implementation and the declaration. So I am copy pasting that one from here, right? And let me just close this one like this, right? So first of all, let's say we want a method for uploading an image, and let's name it upload image async, right? Like this, and we are implementing that interface. Okay, so the name Cloudinary name should be DINARY, right? And I am going to add this one like this, Cloudinary service, and we are going to add its reference, and we need the implementation for that one, and we will pick this code from here, and we will going to paste that one inside this function, right? And it is saying that is no all paths are not returning, which means that we don't have any method which is basically alright. So basically we were not using the async keyword. Now it's fine. So and you can see that the file name here is kind of static, which is not a good practice at all. So let's pick the file from the arguments, right? File name with, so I like this way to mention if extension is required or not. It clear very much confusions, and we need to update the definition as well. File name mention, right? I think yeah, we are good now. So, and what kind of information that method returns, if we can explore रिजल्ट ऑब्जेक्ट को एक्सप्लोर करें तो इसमें हमारे पास we do have enough details here which are not required at the moment, right? So what we can do is, for the time being, let's just ignore this, right? Let's say we don't want to save the result, right? Just ignore them. I have used discard symbol here to make sure the return information is not saved and it's been discarded, right? So yeah, I think that's fine now, and let's add another function to make sure we are able to get all the information from this Cloudinary service, right? For that one, let's create a task and let's name it GetListAsync, right? And again we need to implement that function here, right? And I like the order as well, so the order these methods in which these methods are declared should be the same how these are implemented in the service, right? So I move that one below the first one, right? So yeah, let's start its implementation. And before that, what I can see is we need that service every time we want to access Cloudinary functions, right? So let's make this one as a private method, and the best practice for that one is to declare a region with the private methods title and region, right? And let's define our private method here, and this method will going to return us the Cloudinary object, right? So let me copy that one from here. Cloudinary get service, and that Cloudinary should be coming from Dotnet, Cloudinary, right? And we need to return that Cloudinary object from here. Let's close this one and let me add so I updated the existing implementation, and I'm going to use the same line in the next method. Get list resources. So we need to access all the resources, which means all the files from the Cloudinary. So I think that method will be most suitable. let's make a try. And let me add debug point here, and let's update the test project, and let's test the GetListAsync method, right? And let me run the application. Right now we are inside this function, and let me jump to the next statement, and let's see what it returns. So it is returning all resources, which has, all right, no errors. We have a JSON object, and we have the resources as well, right? And each resource has a couple of properties, right? Let's say if we open one of the secure URL, and let's see if we are able to access this information. All right, so I think these are the name of the images we have uploaded previously. And if I want to access because we have both JSON string as well as resources object as well, and the status code is okay, that is good. And let's explore a bit more this object. Also we do have a couple of different properties here, and if we open this separately, like here, and we are able to access it, right? So what it means, we can return the resources, and we can return the, all right, so, and what if we explore this JSON, and this JSON seems a bit tricky to me, because further it has number of properties, and we need to explore and manipulate them and deserialize them. So for now I assume let's use that resources object, right? And explicitly for the resources, all right, so let's return those resources back, right? And let's see how we can display those into, because the next step will be to create a UI and integrate that list there, right? Just make sure that we are updating all the all the application, and we are consuming those services as soon as we are developing them, right? So for that one, let's say if all resources dot status code, which is dot what do we have, isn't that enumerable? It should be alright, no worries. Let's say okay, right? Okay, right, then we are good to go, and we are going to return all resources dot resources, and we will going to add the return type as well, like this. But if we are going to use this resource class, then our implementation will be slightly more coupled with the Cloudinary API, right? So for to make this coupling a bit if we want to decouple this implementation a bit, we need to create our own class, and for that reason we will need certain properties, which do we have? Secure UI, hell lot of properties there, right? All right, so let's say we just want to return the list of strings, oops, like this one, and on the client end we can iterate that list and just show those images. We can do dot for each is that okay, that is for resource A and we want to iterate this array, right? And it is saying that it should be for each. Okay, all right. Right, so and next thing will be we want some property of resource. I have misspelled source dot, let's say we do have URI, what else we have, dot secure URL, right? We do have secure URL, and secure URL further, what does it have? All right, so dot, let's debug once more, right, to see the actual output from Cloudinary API, to see what can we return from there. All right, so we have resource now, and in the resource we have secure URI. Yeah, we do have secure URI, and we need to access in the secure UI, we need to access absolute URI, right, or original string. We can have any of those. So for that one, let's maintain a list, but instead of looping through those resources and creating a list, why not let's just use link, right, and let's see if we can manipulate sources. Let's say we have a query which is equal to from list in all resources dot resources where list dot. Do we have anything? Nope, we don't have anything, because a list is an array, so we can't manipulate array, I think so. What if we just use toList if possible? Nope, we don't toList it, which means for now let's fall back to our previous implementation, and for me the bad one, right, I don't like that. Let's say we have list which is string, and we need to push those items secure URI dot absolute URI, right, and what it says, so use secure URL. Okay, secure URL, which is a URI as well, and we can access that, right? All right, and at the end we will going to return this list like this, right? And yeah, we can update the definition here as well. Right, so इसका क्या फ़ायदा होगा कि इंटरफेस हमने यूज़ किया यहाँ पे, वो हम आगे नेक्स्ट एपिसोड्स में देखेंगे, बट till now it seems a bit cleaner solution. We have two methods, one for uploading and one for getting all those resources, and let's see if we are able to get those URLs, right? And let me iterate that list, and let me show this list to the console. For that one, what I can do, for item in list, and we can just display the item. Let me press Control F5 and let's see what does we have. All right, so we have all those images, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 images from my account, which means we happily fetched all the images. And if we double check by hitting one of the URLs, you can see we can able to get those images from this URL. So that is pretty cool, and we have established a very fine base for that Cloudinary system. And in the next episode we will start building our interface, where we are going to add one client app inside a presentation folder. We will do create one, and we will build a Windows form, and we will try to create a dashboard interface to show all the list of those images. And we will also integrate the upload functionality to make sure we are able to ship that two-featured based client for Cloudinary. So that's all for the today's episode, and see you in the next episode. Till